Welcome back. Let's continue now with other news. In fact, let's take you to the DRC now. We're on politics editors standing by with the DRC Vice Prime Minister Jean-Pierre Bemba. Of course, yesterday we witnessed the President-elect Felix Tshisekedi being sworn in for a second term. And we were just looking at the reception thereof, following some of the red flags and questions that had been raised about the election irregularities. So as we await Mzwai to bring us the latest on that front with that conversation, we're also speaking about the role of South Africa and the DRC and what that also means of the agency of the continent, just given rather the geopolitical landscape that is shifting. We were also looking at some of the other dynamics set to come to the fore. But for now, Mzwai is standing by. Let me hand it over to him.
With me is the Vice Prime Minister of the DRC, Jean-Pierre Bemba, who is no stranger to the politics of the DRC. He's been around. We know him even during the transitional time where he was the vice president, and of course, I've had the opportunity to speak to him about those issues. But what we're going to do today, we're going to find out in terms of the vision of the country as they've been given this new mandate. Welcome, Mr. Vice Prime Minister. It's good to have you. I remember that I once had this interview similar back in 2005 in Kinshasa. And then, of course, there, you were very hopeful because you were at the transitional state. So you were looking forward to a better Congo. Yeah. When you go back from 2005 to today, is that the kind of Congo you were hoping for?
Thank you for being here. First of all, of course, when you compare from 2005-6 up to today, things has changed. The last, I would say, 5 years, because during 18 years of the former regime, things has gone down. I just wanted to give one example. I left the country in 2007. We succeeded in 2005 to triple the budget of the state, to double, I would say, to double and half, because when I came in 2003, the budget was 3 billion, and when I left, it was something like 7 billion. But when I came back in 2018, 2019, we still had the same budget, 5 billion. Today, the last 5 years, with President Tshisekedi on the first mandate, the budget raised from the 5 billion to 16 billion. That is the difference during the last 5 years, and I'm very happy about that one.
So clearly, the
billion in dollars.
In dollars, oh yes, which is quite significant. And then clearly saying something perhaps about your own role as well, because obviously there was that time when you obviously went to Europe and then you got arrested for about 10 years, and then that time that you are mentioning, so clearly nothing happened from there. Given that we do see that there's some improvement in the past 5 years, but there are still a lot of challenges in this country, Vice Prime Minister. So what is it that you have decided, together with the team, including the President, you will do better to alleviate the problems of the people of this country?
Yeah, of course there are a lot to do. And I will take the program and the speech of the President Tshisekedi yesterday during the swearing-in ceremony. He gave like 6 directions that he wanted to implement during his second mandate. One of the directions among the 6 directions is to increase the employment, to give more employment for the people in Congo, and particularly the young people, by diversifying the economy, by giving them access to developing local projects. That is one of the really main things. Second, he wanted to stabilize and to improve the purchasing power by stabilizing the inflation and stabilizing also the exchange rate between, of course, the dollar and the Congolese franc. The third also, because we have started already that program, is to secure all the Congolese people, all the territory, to assure the territory integrity, also for the whole people, because without security you cannot develop a country. Fourth is to also open, to diversify the economy, as I say, by putting and focusing on the transformation of the raw material in mine, and also to allow the people to transform all this mineral inside Congo, instead of keeping in exporting in a row. Also in the agriculture, so transforming more than exporting. Like the coffee can transform here, the tea can transform here, the maize can transform here, and so rice also to improve the production of rice, and whole others agriculture to reach the sufficient capacity to feed our people. And I saw another important thing that the president started in the first mandate is on the program of the development of the 145 territories, where we've already achieved a lot, because I made the campaign for the president, and I traveled to 38 localities in the country, with the campaign, and I can see in this program, special program of improving the infrastructure, road, the rebuilding of the reinforcing the administration, local administration, by giving them new building for the new assembly, for the chief of the territory, improving the power, giving capacity for electricity for the people, also water for the people.